something that I really wanted to do was expand upon the infamy system that we had when we were called Redemption RP. For the new people, we were called Redemption RP. We are now called New Horizons RP. New name, new fresh feel, and for the veterans that have stuck around, they know that we had an outlaw system where you would receive infamy, but there was no way to really track that, progress, or just kind of see exactly how and what you could really do. So what I've done this time around is completely got rid of that, because that was a paid system, and created our own system, and I've called it Outlaw Tracker. And this is our Outlaw Tracker here. You can see your total infamy and that you're a greenhorn. Next level is going to be at 100, and what my current XP is. Don't worry about these too much, because these are placeholders. We're not going to have everything on day one, so you'll have store robberies, obviously, to start with, maybe bank robberies as well. And then as time goes on, more and more stuff will be added into this, and you'll be able to keep a track of exactly what you've got going on here. You can see here that your total robberies is 0, your cooldown is ready. So the cooldown's set for a level 0 to 30 minutes. So every 30 minutes you'll be able to do another robbery or something along them lines. And that should, in theory, stop the amount of like store robberies that are going to happen right around the state that law can't respond to and stuff. And hopefully it brings some sort of counterplay. So we've got a level 0 greenhorn here, access to basic store robberies, which is transparent here, and you can see here, visit a fixer to start a robbery job. Higher levels unlock better rewards and shorter cooldowns. So there's going to be a fixer, sorry, there's going to be a fixer around the map somewhere, and you'll be able to access him and get some jobs. Once you've received that job, no one else can get that job. There'll be like a queue system on it and stuff. And it's pretty intuitive on how I've done it so far. But you can see here that once you get to level 1, you'll unlock your crew system. So your crew system is you being able to invite people into your heists. And that your increased payout goes from $100 to $200, and your reduced cooldown goes from 30 minutes here to 20 minutes. So you'll be able to do something every 20 minutes. Rather than every 30 minutes. And essentially speaking, the way that I can explain this is, this next part is, if you think about Valorant, I don't know how many people have played Valorant, but if you take a 5 stack, so that's 5 people going into a competitive queue, if you've got somebody that's diamond, somebody else that's diamond, and then you invite 3 bronzes, which are really low down the list there, they receive an XP and an RR slash. So they'll get like 25% less XP. They'll get X amount of RR taken off them because they're queuing with lower levels. And that's what this is as well. This system's also going to stop you from queuing with lower levels, where the lower levels are going to gain a lot more when you're a higher level. So you might want to really think about on who you're taking with you or who you want to help. So if you're a level 3 or a level 4 outlaw and you're taking a level 0, these are all going to get bumped, not just the level 0. The level 4 is not going to receive as much RR. The level 0 is definitely not going to receive as much RR or XP, sorry, because I'm still thinking of Valorant here. They're not going to receive the same amount of XP as a level 4 would. And your loot pool from the store robberies or the bank heists is also going to be slashed. So you're not going to receive as much. And that way it stops people getting rich too quickly as well. Because there is going to be people that are going to grind this out. I know it. That's just what people will do. But everything happens in real time. So if I was to add myself now, like let's say 50 XP, I'll go. You'll see it all change here. So if I can set Outlaw XP to 50, and you can see here that it moves up straight away. But you can see that, you know, I'm needing 100. You know, I'm needing 100 XP in order to unlock that next section there. So that's what we'll do now. We can then set myself to 100. And you can see that I've changed from Greenhorn to Outlaw now. So I'm starting to gain that infamy. My Outlaw status is now an Outlaw rather than, you know, a Greenhorn. And you can see that the next level is at 350. Now, these numbers aren't going to be transparent to what it's going to be like in game. This is just for testing purposes. But you can see that I'm going to need another 250 XP to get to level 2 here. But you can now see that I've unlocked the crew system. You've unlocked the $100 to $200. You've unlocked the cooldown. And then you can see what's next. Level 2 gunslinger. So that's going from an outlaw to a gunslinger. And you'll get access to a global job pool where you'll be able to pull out better jobs and steal them from people, essentially. If somebody else rushes off to find this fixer guy that's going to give you these jobs, you could beat them there, take that job, and then they're going to have to take a lower end job. So you'll have access to that. You'll have unlocked to higher tier stores. Obviously, this will also be transparent for like higher tier banks and train robberies and so on and so forth. And then again, you get an increased payout on, and these increased payouts, by the way, aren't transparent to what you're going to get from your robberies here. These are on completion, so you'll also get that additional 200 to 400. So you get whatever you get from the store, but you'll also get the additional money for completion. If you don't complete it, you'll lose XP. You won't get that increased payout. And your outlaw status is eventually going to go down because you're not completing jobs. If you stray too far away from a job, you'll lose XP. And it'll cancel the job. So you've got to stay in it relatively in the area as well. And you can see that the reduced cooldown is now from 20 minutes to 15 minutes. So let's set this to 350 now. So 350 has now unlocked all of these because we're now a level 2 gunslinger. So we can see what level 3 is, and level 3 is Desperado. You've got better law evasion tactics. Let your mind go let your mind wander on that one. More money on your increased payouts and a reduced cooldown. And you can see here that your next level is at 850. You're going to need another 500 to get to that. So we will put ourselves now up to the 850 that is needed. And you can see that I'm now a Desperado. I'm level 3 Desperado. I'm needing 1,800 now. And you can see that your next level is going to be Infamous. You've got an Infamous status unlocked. Increased payout and reduced cooldown of 5 minutes. And so we'll put ourselves up to 1,850. We're now Infamous, and to get to the last level, and again, these numbers aren't going to be what the numbers are right now. That's why I don't mind showing them off. So you can see here that the next one is the Legendary Outlaw, and you've got your Legendary Outlaw status, maximum payout of 1,000 to 1,500. Cooldown 3 minutes. Again, don't worry about the cooldowns and stuff. I'm still tweaking away. And exclusive rewards and reputation on completion of jobs and stuff. So we can now put this back up all the way up to the maximum, which is currently set at 3,300. I'm maxed out. I've got the Legendary Outlaw. You can see that my special XP is maxed out on absolutely everything. I've unlocked absolutely everything. And then let's say, hypothetically speaking, you know, you've then left... you've then left the area and you've lost jobs. Well, you're going to start gradually losing XP. And that's going to drop you down, and then you're going to start losing more XP and more XP on completions, less completions of jobs, and it'll gradually take it down. So there's at least there's a way to track it. You get to see what's happening, level perks, and so on and so forth. And it's a lot more intuitive to what it previously was when we had redemption. So let's take away the 2,762 that I've got left there, and I'm back down to a level 0 greenhorn. And this all saves to the database. It's all there, and it's all working the way that it's supposed to be and intended. And I know this is a long video. It's 10 minutes long nearly. But I just really wanted to show this off because this is something that's I've never seen on another RedM server. And if there is something like this, it's definitely not like this. This is really intuitive. The design, everything, it all works as flawlessly as it could. And I'll even show you just a little bit. Don't worry, the guy's not going to be here. but this is where he is currently. We can fucking no clip out. You can see here we've got our guy, and this is the fixer. So we talk to the fixer, and I won't show you what else is there. Okay, I can just show you that, you know, this is it won't even be this NPC. This is just my test NPC, but this is the guy that you'd come and speak to go and essentially start these jobs. This is the tracker to track the jobs that you've done and the XP, and give you the XP in order for you to be able to do better jobs and unlock better things. Yeah, we cooking.